Hey there, welcome back to True North Reviews. My name is Ryan, and today we are discussing the new Jimmy Eat World record, Surviving. This is the 10th studio album from the American rock band. I've really only known them for their song The Middle, a song that is in virtually every movie in the 2000s and is still played on the radio. For a good reason, it is a great song. In fact, it's such a good song that I've been kept in the dark with the rest of the Jimmy Eat World discography, and I've always passed them off as one-hit wonder type of band. And to defend myself on that, I mean, wouldn't you feel inclined to reap the success and airplay of one song? I don't even think I could be a member of Jimmy Eat World and walk into the studio with a new melodic idea, knowing that that song was previously made. What I'm trying to get at is, if I were in the band, I feel like I would just write the same song over and over again because it's that catchy. And that's where my props goes to the songwriters and band members of Jimmy Eat World, Jim Atkins, Tom Linton, Rick Birch, and Zach Lind, because they not only wrote a bunch of more catchy songs, they actually organized it into a solid power pop and alternative rock record, complete with empowering messages. Surviving by Jimmy Eat World really is an empowering album, and the most empowering message that resonates in my mind comes in the form of the second verse from the single All the Way, Stay. The lyrics here praise people for letting their guards down in order for others to know the real you. Frontman Jim Adkins claims that everything starts with an awkward interaction, and there is no better way to act than to just be ourselves. It's almost as if Adkins is a guiding voice for people who are struggling, and very similar to the Wise Blood record earlier in 2019, he is earnest in his advice. For example, Adkins delivers a soft burning alt-rock song with delivery, and he has a very genuine and heartfelt message of living in the moment and not forcing what isn't right in that moment. You're kind of accepting your potential of what you can achieve. On another track, 555, we have a focus on loss of hope or faith, and it's really a plea for acceptance in life. Elsewhere, the track Love Never proposes another tough lesson to learn, but it's an important one for lovers in a relationship or even people striving for success in their careers. You have to want the work more than the reward. That is the prize of working hard. It's to look back and see what you have achieved, not looking forward to the reward and suddenly taking things easy and for granted. Of course, a musical release is not always about the lyrics on their own. They need to be supported by instrumentation, texture, strong melodies, rhythms, something else to make it a well-rounded sonic experience. And in my opinion, Jimmy Eat World Surviving does exactly that with a balanced attention to fine detail, especially on the title track. On the song Surviving, I love the pulse, the chugging guitars, and booming drums that they all sync up for a dynamic and electric performance. The drums are certainly given extra freedom to add a few drum fills, and it complements and enhances the urgent message of surviving over living. Bringing up the cut Love Never Again, it has some pitch bends to the guitar, some staccato melody that I love, and I feel like these two elements intensify the working for work message I explained earlier. As for the rest of Jimmy Eat World Surviving, it really is just a treat to listen to the musical ideas in addition to the genres they mix and meld, from anything like emo rock to punk to 80s new wave. On the track 555, we have new wave synth bass and techno drums sounding like they are exported from the 80s. We get a little bit of a 90s throwback with Criminal Energy with some early Green Day influenced rhythms. And then it's also paired with like this 80s styled metal hammer-on guitar licks. Recommit is one of my favorite tracks on this album for its thick, sludgy bass, hot and humid mixing of vocals in the verses, and the guitar solo that adds dynamic energy to the track. However, I do really love how this album ends itself too. We have the closing track, Congratulations. We have a pulsing and grooving bass that kind of bridges two sections of this song together. It is expanded in its form. It has irregular time signatures and rhythms. Kind of reminds me of how the Red Hot Chili Peppers decided to end the getaway with Dreams of a Samurai. Insert millennial whoop, and it is something I actually enjoy for once. Now, if there are any negatives to be had on this album, album. It's not because they are downright horrible or offensive. There are a couple tracks, 1 Mil and Diamond, that feel like the most dime a dozen, the most conventional, the most generic of the bunch of the songs that are found on this project, but they still do find their moment to kick and punch with furious drum fills and guitar solos. Diamond in particular has a little bit of a nitpick for me. It has another low point to it, as really the only part of this record that makes me roll my eyes or just cringe inside is with the key change towards the end of Diamond. And why I think that is just because it doesn't inject so much life as much as a key change should. Overall, Surviving is a kick-ass record full of animated and exhilarated performances, spirited production, and the earnest charm of life-affirming lyrics. In fact, the kind of lyrics that are more than just about surviving. I'm feeling an 8 out of 10 on this Jimmy Eat World record. In fact, it challenged me to listen to their back catalog a bit more, and now I am excited for what is coming next for the band. There's the review. Now I'd love to hear from you. Sound off down below in the comments. Let me know what you think of this music. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new in town. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a rockin' day.